Hi all, so welcome to this channel, and in today's video session I'll discuss signal and re-signal in SQL stored procedure. So basically in this video we will get to know that how we can raise an error or a situation or a warning through the use of signal or re-signal statements in the SQL stored procedures. So basically the environment would be IBM here. So let's see the demo. Just so you can see I'm creating this stored procedure, SQL stored procedure named store22, and whose specific name is store22 as well. Basically these are two different names. Specific is something which takes the name of the object on the IBMI, and it's always unique within any schema, and we are using the language SQL. So that's it's an default uh, thing. So basically if you do not specify language as SQL, then its default language would be SQL. So if I want, I can specify, and I may not. Now in the body section we need to do the code part of the SQL stored procedure. So basically I'm declaring three variables named numerator, denominator, and a result. And numerator is defined as, or you can say declared as, default value 1 and its default value 0. So in case if I do not specify default 1 or 0, it's by default null. Now you can see I have declared the condition handler here for raising or for handling a condition if it occurs. So you can see I am using the exit handler for now. So if I want, I can use the continue handler as well, but I'm using exit handler. So declare exit handler for divide by 0. So either I should do this by using this statement, declare continue handler for SQL state this or any SQL exception or SQL warning thing, but here I am providing the SQL state for SQL state this. So I'm not writing this. So either you can code like this in a single statement or using two statements. Now you can see for divide by 0, I declared the exit handler condition divide by 0, and that condition is again defined here, condition for SQL state error. So you can see there is no such SQL state exist error, but I have customized my own SQL state here, and there you can see from here the execution starts. If denominator is 0, then what we are signaling, we are raising an error using the signal statement, that is I am raising the SQL state error this. So if I want, I can also set the message underscore text divide by 0 here. So if I want, I can code like this, and I would remove this. So this is also the one way. Just remove this because I am using the re-signal here. So once I signal this SQL state, what happens? So this error, SQL state error, it goes here in the exit handler for divide by 0, and it would pass the message, and then it would re-signal that SQL state, that is it will re-signal that, and it will now set the message as divide by 0 error. In the else section you can see I am dividing the numerator by denominator and getting the result, and it's the end if and inside the end if block, if and if block. Now what's the difference between the main thing here is what's the difference between the signal and re-signal. So one main difference is you can code signal statement anywhere in your SQL procedure, stored procedure with any statements, but re-signal is something which is always used with some handlers, either it's a continue handler or an exit handler. So all these things, so basically re-signal is used within the handler. So if you do not use that within the handler, you will get the error that using the resignal without the handler. So this must be defined inside the handler. Now, so basically signal and resignal are used to handle the error situation. So if I signal something, I can resignal that with some more meaningful messages. By setting the more meaningful messages, I can also use the signal only, so that's also possible. So let me just save this, and now I'm going to create this run sql stm stored rock easy class 1 stored 22, commitment control set to none, debug view set to star source. So you can see this gets created. So this is a PGM type object. Now if I do strSQL select star from qsys2 dot sysprocs, so you can also verify the same from here. You will get the external inventory which is calling the program which gets created. So that's basically referring to the specific name which you provide there. So if you do not provide, it will system will handle that thing. So system will use the specific keyword to generate a unique name for that. Now since we created this with the debug view, now we can debug this. Just do strdbg stored 22. Once we'll set the breakpoint, we can call it from anywhere, from the command line or from the strSQL sessions as well. So I'll set the breakpoint at 1, line number 1. Just do strSQL just I'll call this store 22. Just do F10, press F10, so you'll see this gets initialized with 1, this get initialized with 0, this gets initialized with null, as I said, if denominator is 0. If it's 0, then you will see the error signal SQL state error. So it would signal this error SQL state, and you will basically come to the exit handler which gets invoked here, and this will re-signal this error and set the message text as divided by 0. So once we call this, you can see the message divide by 0 error which we have hard coded in the message text. Return from signal, just do F1 here, message this, return from signal this, signal or raise underscore error. So basically we use the resignal to invoke this message. An application executed a signal or resignal statement, this one. So if you call this from here as well, so you need to do the DSP job log 6. You can see the same message here in the job log as well, message this divide by 0 error, return from this or this error. So if I would say, if I would not pass 0 here, let's set this to 1, what I would do is, let's 4 and let's 2. So you got to know that how the signal and re-signal works. Just do debug again, so that we should come to know that in this case where uh, there is no error encountered, then denominator is not 0, then we will not face this error. Set the breakpoint, just call it from SQL. So if denominator is 0, so it's not 0, it would divide this num by numerator by denominator, and it will set the result, which is set to 2. So this time you can see the call statement complete successfully and you are not facing any error. So if you call the same thing from here as well, you will notice that there is no error encountered, like divide by 0. So just see, because the return code here is 0 and you are not facing any error. So that's how the signal or re-signal works here in the SQL stored procedure. So I think the video is complete now. Thanks and have a nice time.